Hey guys, today we'll be talking about the topic percentage. And when it comes to percentage, it is one of the most important and rewarding topics of UPSC. And if you see the last year and last 2-3 years of UPSC exam, UPSC has been consistently asking questions from percentage. And today in this video, we'll be talking about some basic concept of percentage, and then we'll be looking into different UPSC questions as well. So if you like this video, please do subscribe and share, and your support is will be a great boost to upload new videos as well. So if you're watching the video without subscribing, please do subscribe the video. So let us move on with the video. So let us first look into some of the basic concepts about percentage. So firstly, let us see how we can find out the percentage of a number. For example, if you're asked to find out X percentage of Y, I'll give you an example first. Let us see what is 20% of 80. So here what you need to understand is that percentage means divided by 100, and of means multiplication. So 20% of 80 means 20 by 100 into 80. Okay, so we can cancel like this. You will get 16. That means 20% of 80 is 16, or X percentage of Y means X by 100 into Y. So this you need to remember. Now if you are asked like X is what percentage of Y. For example, if you are asked this question, 400 is what percentage of 500. So earlier we found out the percentage, right? Like the example I given you was what is 20% of 80. Here it is asked 400 is what percentage of 500. So here let us assume that 400 is a percentage of 500. Okay, so that means a percentage of 500 is equal to 400. So we know that a percentage of 500 means a by 100 into 500 is equal to 400, right? So you will get a is equal to 400 divided by 5. So you will get 80%. That means 400 is 80% of 500. And in order for you to find out this easily, just do this formula, that is X by Y into 100. So here what 400 is what percentage of 500 means the answer will be 400 by 500 into 100. You will get 80%. So in this way you can do this problem. So let us see two more concepts. So if you are asked like X is increased by Y percentage, for example 80 is increased by 20%. So 80, there was 80 and it is increased by 20%. And so what is the value now? If you are asked like that, what you need to do is first find out what is 20% of 80. So 20% of 80 means 20 by 100 into 80. So if you will get 16. So earlier it was 80. Now it is increased by 20%. It means it is increased by 16. So now it will become 96. So you can do this easier, like just if 80 is increased by 20%, just multiply 80 by 1.2, because it's 20% means 20 by 100, right? 20 by 100 means 0.2. Just add this 0.2 to 1, you will get 1.2. So 1.2 into 80 means you will get 96 itself. Now if you are asked like X is decreased by Y percentage, for example 80 is decreased by 20%. Again here you need to find out what is 20% of 80. You will get it as 16. So earlier it was 80. Now it is decreased by 20%, means it is decreased by 16, right? So it will become 64. So again, just like before, you can do it easily in this way, like 20% means it's 0.2, right? 20% is 0.2, 20 by 100 is 0.2. Actually here it is decreased by 0.2. So you need to reduce 0.2 from 1. So 1 minus 0.2 is actually 0.8. So if you multiply 0.8 with 80, you will get 64, right? So you got 64 here and you got 64 here. So if you're asked like 80 is increased by 20 percentage, just multiply by 1.2. If you're asked like 80 is increased by 33 percentage, just multiply by 1.33. If you're asked like 80 is decreased by 20 percentage, just multiply by 0.8. If you're asked like 80 is decreased by 25 percentage, you just multiply by 0.75. So in this way you can solve this very easily. So let us see one more concept before moving on to the question, that is the concept of successive percentages. So successive, there can be successive percentage increase, there can be successive percentage decrease, or there can be a combination of both. So if you are asked and then you will be asked to find out the effective percentage change. So let's see how we can do that. For example, let us say that I have some amount of rupees with me, then it is increased by 20 percentage first initially, and then again it is increased by 25 percentage. So then you are asked what is the effective percentage change. Okay, so some students will be having the tendency that it is first increased by 20 percentage and then it is increased by 25 percentage. So you will just add 20 and 25, you will get 45 percentage, and you will say that effectively the amount of rupees with me was increased by 45 percentage. But this is wrong. You shouldn't do like this. I will tell you why. For example, if I have 100 rupees with me, it is first increased by 20 percentage, right? It is increased by 20 percentage. That means 1.2 into 100. So it became 120. Now it is increased by 25 percentage. That means the 25 percentage of 120 is being increased. Okay, that means 25 percentage of 120 means 25 by 100 into 120. Okay, so 25 by 100 into 120 means this is 4, you will get 30. So 120 plus 30 is 150. So it became 150. So we had 100 rupees with us and now it became 150. That means there is 50 percentage increase. There is 50 percentage increase. So if you just add 20 and 25, you would have got only 45 percentage increase, but actually it is 50 percentage increase. So you need to do like this. But there is a equation to solve this kind of problem easily, that is x plus y plus xy by 100, where x and y are successive percentage changes. Okay, so that means here x is 20. So just we'll substitute these values in this equation. Here x is 20 and y is 25. So you will get 20 plus 25 plus 20 into 25 by 100. So you can cancel like this. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. So 20 plus 25 is 45. 45 plus 5 is 50. So you will get 50. So you can use this formula. The only thing that you need to remember using this formula is that if the percentage is being increased, you need to take the percentage as a positive value, and if it is being decreased, you need to take it as a negative value. I'll tell you with an example here. So let's take an example here. Let's say that the amount of rupees with me is first increased by 20 percentage and then it is reduced by 25 percentage. Now we need to find the effective percentage change. Okay, so here we have the formula x plus y plus xy by 100. Here x, take x as 20, it is 20 percentage increase, and take y as minus 25 because here it is 25 percentage is being decreased. So just add this now, that is 20 minus 25 plus 20 into minus 25 by 100. So 20 minus 25 is minus 5 plus 20 minus 25 is minus 20 into 25 divided by 100. So this will become 4 here. So this will become 5 here, that is minus 5. So you will get minus 10. So minus 10 means that our effective percentage is minus 10 percentage, that is 10 percentage decrease. So in this way you need to solve the problem. If it is percentage decrease, you just need to take a negative value. So UPSC has asked more than one question from percentage in the last 3 years from this topic. So it is very important for you to understand this topic, and we'll be doing an example, we'll be doing the UPSC question for you to understand better. Okay. So now let us solve some questions. So this is a question from UPSC 2022. The increase in price of a certain item was 25%. Then the price was decreased by 20%. So here first 25% increase is there. Then 20% reduction is there. So our formula is x plus y plus xy by 100. Here it is increased by 25, you just take plus 25, right? Then it is decreased by 20%, so minus 20, then plus 25 into minus 20 by 100. So here it will become 4, then it will become minus 5. So 25 minus 20 is 5, 5 minus 5 is 0%. So there is no decrease or increase in percentage initially. That is, the increase in price was 25% and then 20%. Now the effective is 0%. Okay, and then again it is increased by 10%. So it was 0%. It was the same value. Then again it is increased by 10%. So effective will be 10%, right? Because there is no change in percentage, it is 0. Then you are adding 10 again. So the total will be 10%. If you have any doubt, you can use the formula. So first it is 0%. Now it is 10%, right? So x plus y plus xy by 100 means x is 0 and y is 10. So just take 0 plus 10 plus 0 into 10 by 100. You will get 10 itself. So the answer is B, 10%. So now let us solve another question. This is again from UPSC 2022. 70% of a number x. 70% of a number x means 70 by 100 into x, right? 70 by 100 means 0.7 into x, that is 0.7x. Now it is added to another number y. So 0.7x is added to y. Then the sum becomes 165% of y. 165% of y means 165 by 100 into y. That is 1.65y. So this is equal to 1.65y. So this is the first part of the question. Says the question is this equation, that is 0.7x plus y is equal to 1.65y. So we can solve this one. So you will get 0.7x is equal to y will take here, that is 1.65y minus y. So you will get 0.65y. 0.7x is equal to 0.65y, or x is equal to 0.65 divided by 0.7 into y. So this we can write it as 65 by 70 into y. So x is equal to 65 by 70 into y. So here 65 by 70 is actually a value less than 1. This is because denominator here is 70 and numerator is 65. Here denominator is greater than numerator. That means the value of this one will be less than 1. Okay. If you are multiplying a number which is less than 1 with y, you will get a value which is less than y. So we can say that x is less than y. Again, the second part of the question says that 60% of x, that means 0.6x, is added to z. It is added to z and you will get 165% of z, that is 1.65z. Now again, just like before, we'll solve this one. You will get 0.6x is equal to 1.65z minus z. You will get 0.65z. Now you will get x is equal to 0.65z by 0.6, that is 65 by 60z. Here 65 by 60 is a number which is greater than 1 because here the numerator is greater than denominator. So you will get a number greater than 1. So if you are multiplying a number greater than 1 with z, you will get a value which is greater than z. So we can say that x is greater than z, or z is less than x. So this is same, x greater than z and z less than x means the same. So here we got x is less than y. Here we got z is less than x. So together we can write as z less than x less than y. So our answer will be option A. So now let us solve a question from UPSC 2019. A and B are, this is actually 2, okay, 2 heavy steel blocks. If B is placed on top of A, the weight increases by 60%. So there is 2 steel blocks A and B. So first we are putting, there is a block A, then we are placing B on top of A. Then the weight is increased by 60%. Okay. Then how much weight will reduce with respect to the total weight of A and B if B is removed from top of A? So let's see how we can solve this one. So let us assume that weight of A is 100. Okay, weight of A is 100. So if B is put on top of A, the weight is increased by 60%. So then weight now becomes 1.6. 60% increase means it's 1.6 into 100. So you will get 160. So initially the weight was 100. Now it became 160. It means that the weight of B is 60. Okay. Now the total weight is 160. Now what we did was we removed B. Okay. We removed B means we removed 60. Now the weight becomes 100 because we removed 60, right? B is 60, we removed 60, the weight becomes 100 now. So then we need to find out how much weight will reduce with respect to the total weight of A and B. So here the reduced weight was 60. Then we need to find out 60 is what percentage of 160. That means 60 divided by 160 into 100. Okay. So that means 600 divided by 16, which is equal to 300 by 8, which is equal to 150 by 4, which is again is equal to 75 by 2. So 75 by 2 means 37.5%. So answer is option D, 37.5%. So now let us solve a different question. This is from UPSC 2021. So there is actually two methods in order to solve this problem. I'll show you both the methods. So P scored 40 marks more than Q in an examination. That means mark of P is 40% more than Q. So P is equal to Q plus 40. If Q scored 10% less mark than P. So we know that P scored P marks. So we took P marks and Q scored 10% less than P. That means Q is equal to 10% less mark means I have already told you 10% means it's 0.1, 10 by 100 is 0.1. If it is reduction, just subtract 0.1 from 1. If you reduce 0.1 from 1, you will get 0.9. So Q is equal to 0.9P. So just solve this two equation, you will get just substitute 0.9P here. So P is equal to 0.9P plus 40. Just take it here, you will get 1 minus 0.9 is 0.1p. 0.1p is equal to 40 or p is equal to 40 by 0.1. If you multiply both sides, denominator and numerator by 10, you will get 400 by 1, which is equal to 400. So we got that P is equal to 400. We need to find out how much did Q score. So just put 400 here. That means 400 is equal to Q plus 40. So Q is equal to 360. So answer is 360. So this is one way to solve the problem. So another way is that here P scored 40 marks more than Q. That means P minus Q is equal to 40. Right? Now Q scored 10% mark less than P. That is P minus Q in percentage terms is 10%. So P minus Q in marks is 40. P minus Q in percentage is 10%. So you can equate this one. So that is 10% of P will be is equal to 40. So here what we did was that we got P minus Q in absolute terms and we got P minus Q in percentage terms. If you got if in a question you got like this, you can just equate these two things. I will show this in the next question as well. In the next question that I am going to show you, you can use this trick as well. So that means 10% of P is 40. So from here you will get P is equal to 400 itself. Then you can say that Q is equal to 360. So in this way also you can solve this question. So let us solve another question. This is from UPSC 2022 and it is an election based question. So before moving on to the question, let me clarify some concepts with you. Let us assume that in a village you have 500 people. Okay, you have 500 people in a village and out of this 500, 400 people can vote. That means 400 people are there in the voters list. Only those names in the voters list can vote, right? So out of this 500, 400 people can vote and the rest 100 cannot vote. Maybe they are students or they are children who haven't attained the age of 18, so they don't have the right to vote. Only 400 can vote. That means they are in the voters list. And out of this 400, let us assume that 350 people cast their vote. That means on the election day, only 350 people came and cast their vote. So this 350 is called as cast vote. Okay, you have to note down these terms because these terms are important. Okay, so out of 400, only 350 people cast their vote and it is known as cast vote. and rest 50 people didn't cast their vote. Okay, they didn't cast their vote. And the out of this 350, let us assume that you have two candidates A and B. You have two candidates A and B, and let us assume that A got 150 votes. Okay, A got 150 votes and B got 100 votes. So out of this 300, A got 150 votes and B got 100 votes. And let us assume that there was a option nota. Nota means none of the above. So some people doesn't like A or B, so they can cast their vote to nota. So let's assume that nota got 50 votes, and also 50 votes became invalid. Invalid means that there was some issues with the vote they casted, so it became invalid. So invalid votes we don't count. Okay, so all these things you need to understand. This, what is this voters list? I already told you that all the people won't be in the voters list. Only some people, or like here, out of 500, 400 people were there in the voters list. And out of this voters list, only 350 cast their vote on the election day and 50 didn't cast their votes. So out of this 350, they have different options. They can either vote for A, they can vote for B, or they can vote for nota. And some of the votes might become invalid as well, and they won't be counted. So you have to know this concept before moving on to the questions on election. So this, as I already told you, this is a 2022 question, and if you understand the concept of election very well, you can solve this kind of problem. So let's see the question. So here, two candidates X and Y contested an election. 80% of the voters cast their vote. So out of the people in the voters list, only 80% cast their vote. Rest didn't cast their votes. And there were no invalid vote. So there were no invalid vote means all the vote casted by the people are counted. And there was no nota option as well. So the only option before people was to vote for either X or Y. They couldn't vote for nota. And X got 56% of the vote and won by 1440 vote. So that means the difference between the vote got by X and Y is 1440 because X won by 1440 vote, right? And X got 56% of the vote. X got 56% of the vote, and none of the votes were invalid or none of the votes were voted for nota because there was no nota option. So Y would have got 44% of the vote because total percentage is 100. If X got 56% and if there is no invalid vote or if there is no nota option, rest 44% will be received by Y. So X minus Y in percentage terms is 56 minus 44, which is 12%. So if you do in this way, you can solve this kind of problems very easily. Otherwise, it will take time. So just what you need to do is that just find out the difference between the votes received by X and Y in percentage terms and in absolute terms. Here X minus Y is 1440 and X minus Y is in percentage terms it is 12%. So X minus Y will be, X got 56% of the total cast votes. Y got 44% of the total cast votes. So the difference between them will be 12% of the total cast vote. So 12% of total cast vote is equal to 1440. Just equate both the differences. So you will get 12 by 100 into C. C is the cast vote. This is equal to 1440. So C is equal to 1440 into 100 by 12. So you will get 120 into 100. 120 into 100 is 12,000. So the total number of cast vote is 12,000. The question has asked to find out the total number of voters in the voters list. We know that only 80% of the people cast their vote, right? That means 80% of people in the voters list is equal to 12,000 because only 80% of the people cast their vote, right? So 80 by 100 into V is equal to 12,000. That means V is equal to 12,000 into 100 by 80. If you solve this one, you will get it as 15,000. So there are total 15,000 people in the voters list. So this is how you need to solve this kind of problems, the questions based on election. Okay. So guys, thank you. I'll be coming with a new video very soon. So if you like this video, please do subscribe, share and support. And if you want to join my Telegram channel for support and daily questions, you can join it using the link that I'll be providing in the description box. So thank you so much. So let's see again later.